Introducing the all-new BYD Sea Lion 7, the luxury electric SUV that's changing the game. Book your free test drive today at the BYD showroom in Sheffield.
Dr. Steelhammer, Vladimir Klitschko, and Dr. Iron Fist, Vitaly Klitschko, Shannon the Cannon Brigg, and Butterbean, Cruiserweight King Jai Opetaia.
Boxing King Media, powered by BYD. Mr. Tony Sims, it feels weird. We're actually here. It's fight week. We're days away from Eubank Benn. It must feel a bit nostalgic for you, having been, through the history of the fathers and sons.
Yeah, like you say, like Nigel's been a friend of mine since we was young. We obviously sparred together in a matchroom gym, and we've been friends ever since them days. And going back to them days, I was at the Old Trafford fight when Nigel fought Chris Eubank, and remember that occasion very, like it was yesterday. And it don't seem like all them years ago that happened, but look, we're here with the two sons, and who would have ever thought that?
Definitely. When I remember when Conor came up on the scene, and there was early talks about these guys could fight, but back then the weights were so far apart. At what point did you first even think for a second, this could potentially happen?
Yeah, like as the years went by, and obviously the fight got talked about more and more, and obviously we was always 2 weight divisions below, so you never knew when it was going to happen, but I believed it would happen, and it had to happen because of the fathers. And then obviously the better Conor started getting world ranked, and obviously Chris has been world ranked for a long time. So once we got to that stage, I believed like the fight would happen eventually.
I've been speaking to a lot of people, Tony, in the build-up to this, and you'll see a lot of predictions. A lot of people are comparing this to Canelo and Triple G Kell Brook. It's 2 recent examples of smaller guys going up to face the bigger guy. And they're basically saying no matter what skills Conor may bring, the size is just going to be too much. And most of the people I spoke to are predicting Chris will stop Conor late. What do you say to them, and how do you fight your corner?
Well, you can counter that with like Duran moving up 2 weight divisions to fight Leonard. You can say that Leonard moved up 2 weight divisions to fight Donny Lalonde. So, you can counter it with that. And, in history, when we look, there's been times when that ain't been possible, like you say, against them fighters, but it has been possible with other fighters. So it's what the lighter fighter can bring to the table. And I believe Conor's defensively skillful that people don't realise until they get in there with him. He's defensively smart. He obviously carries a lot of power as well, and I believe that he can bring that power up to the middleweight division. He's had fantastic sparring, all with middles and super middles, and I've watched him in sparring, and he, he's definitely he can definitely bring that power up to middleweight.
People have got this image of Conor as being like loud, aggressive, all that kind of stuff. I know away from the cameras I've spoken to him, he's nothing like that. But that, because he said in a lot of interviews, I'm going to come out and stop him in 3-4 rounds. I'm pretty sure you don't want him to come swinging gun-ho, or is that the plan? I don't know, because that's what he keeps telling everyone.
Yeah, he's a smart fighter, that's all I'm going to say. He's a smart fighter, and I think the media have built that up a lot, thinking he's just going to come charging out like a ball. But he's a very, very smart kid, and he's got a high IQ when he's in the ring. And I'm looking forward to Saturday night. I really am. I'm really confident about Saturday, and I really believe he's going to do it.
Any concerns about the crowd and 60,000 people in the arena, the pressure of that? Because he's still like a young lad, isn't he?
Not really. Like what I was saying earlier, he's been under the spotlight since he's turned professional. Like every single one of his fights have been highly publicised. Everybody's seen him go through every stage of his career and whatever's happened through his career. Everyone, the whole spotlight's been on him. Same as Chris Eubank Jr. The spotlight's been on them both since day one, because obviously they're fathers. So I think like 10 years of being under the spotlight, this ain't going to really affect him anymore. When you get in the ring, you know this anyway. Once you get in the ring, you could be in any ring anywhere in the world, and once you get in there, it's another fight, and that's what that boils down to.
Just want to, before I let you go, get your opinion on the weekend's action. First of all, Andy Lee taking over Ben Whittaker's corner team. What did you make of that fit, and also Ben's comeback?
Yeah, I mean, listen, he went through a tough time, and I know all about that with fighters, and like, obviously the social media's got a lot to do with that today, and it weren't, you know, he obviously weren't a good look for him first fight, but listen, like you say, he's changed trainers to Andy Lee, who I believe is a brilliant up-and-coming young trainer, and you know, he got that confidence instilled into him, and it was a great performance, and that's the sort of performance that an Olympic silver medalist should be really performing like, and you know, he's a good prospect as well.
Definitely so. Last question, any of the fights in the undercard you're looking forward to?
They're all good fights on the undercard. I wish the best to all of them.
Mr. Tony Sims, I think you've got a busy week coming up. Enjoy it.
Thanks very much.
Yeah,